Dom Link with your boy Ink with season 2, episode 11 of The Office, The Booth Truth. Again, not an episode that I really like, but there's a lot going on in this episode. There's there's a very nice Michael goes in a Booth Truth. There's again the fact that he's unpredictable, which he said bring a ski mask and some bathing suit. It's a boost truth. They're never gonna use it. It's at night, but still it manages to be like it so that it unpredictable. I have this fucking pimple, bro. I shouldn't pop pimple, but fuck, it hurts. Knowing that it's here is make it bugging me. It's about Jim bringing his girlfriend, and we're happy because we're staying away from the Pam and Jim constant flirting back and forth. It's kind of crazy because Roy is there, and if Roy wasn't there, I think Pam would have not invited Cassie. So it does feel like Jim again, and this early season, he looks like a kind of like a jackass. He brings Cassie over, who has done nothing wrong, right? And he brings her over because Pam she's bringing Roy over, right? And I'm not sure they don't say that, but I think it is not implied, but it makes sense. And it sucks because again, it's a show where we get no Kevin, we get no Oscar, and I do understand that there's a big crew to make people, but again, we get some Stanley, very basically because he's complaining, which is typical of Stanley to complain, right? He's like this one-dimensional at the beginning. He's like this one-dimensional character that's complaining. We got Dwight, who again is loyal to Michael, but it's this episode showcase Dwight's true purpose. Dwight is loyal to a core. Dwight respects authority, and it was something that was said before. He said that respond very well to authority, but in this case, the captain tells him, "Hey, I need you to steer the wheel," and he doesn't care about Michael. He cares about steering the wheel because again, a figure of authority is asking, and it's kind of cool because we're seeing Dwight as this loyal character to Michael, but I think he's loyal to the boss, and that's very different. He's not loyal to Michael because Michael is his friend. Michael treats him like shit. He's loyal to Michael because he's the boss, right? That's a showcase, right? And it's he talks about being able to pilot a autopilot plane when he's 4, and you can see that how much it meant to him. So I just think that he wants to be in charge and never given the opportunity, right? There's another Roy asked Pam to marry him. We all know that turns out. It's kind of cool as a plotline, but it leads nowhere. And I'm willing to have plotline that leads nowhere, but when it's something that's been in every single episode, because my problem isn't Jim and Pam. I love the relationship with Jim and Pam, but it's every single episode. And I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do like Jim and Pam, but the build up to the relationship that they have, and in the later season, we basically don't hear about them, right? We basically don't hear like season 8. Tell me one good moment of Jim and Pam. The only one you can think of, you can even think of is a pie episode. Anything else? No. Ah, okay. And it's just because you have such a build up for a wonderful couple, but when you do have a couple, yes, there's amazing moment of them being together, but it's not at all. And my issue is we're at season 2 episode 11, so we basically add over 20 episode, and you haven't talked about Creed more than 30 minutes. You haven't talked about Meredith more than 20. It doesn't make it's cool that you put the emphasis, but you have this cast of character and you can explore there, so that's feel redundant. It does feel redundant, and the problem with redundancy is that you end up not caring. And yeah, we do have a wonderful it's kind of cool because we know Michael needs to be liked, so we see that he's really control with the captain, and there's two possibilities here. He's with the captain, he's like, yo, I'm the boss here. So Michael's like, no, 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 I'm the boss, because he has a problem with authority and himself. You see the way he treats Jan, you see the way he treats the upper ups, right? There's a case where Michael could be like, yo, he hangs on to his I think Michael said that he needs to be liked, but I think he needs to be respected, because for him, being liked is being respected. And I think he believes that the only way he is going to be respected is by being the boss. So when there's another boss, he's like, oh, I'm losing control. And that's one of the rare occasions where you see Michael being uncertain, more uncertain, self-conscious. Like, there's another case where Michael, he gets a little control over the employees. That this is the only thing that he can. And there's this other case where he needs to be like, and he's afraid that if the captain is cooler, they're gonna say, "Oh, he's a better boss." Um, Loki, the only thing that you should learn about this episode is at the end, Jim told Michael he liked Pam, and we all know that all that's gonna end up. The rest of the episode, it serves little purpose. Pam and Roy wedding, it's not gonna happen. First of all, second of all, we have Dwight who drive a bus, a boat, and that could have led to a lot I wanted more from Michael. You even if it, I would have loved a storyline where I got to drive the boat, Michael. That was after one night. I've been working with you. I've been loyal to you for years. What are you gonna give me? We didn't get that. Also, I know it's hard to write a show. I know it's a show that I love that I wouldn't change, but as someone that's reviewing it, I'm like, okay, well, this kind of like underwhelms me, underwhelming. And there's a possibility that I've watched the show too often. I've watched the show 5 times. There's a possibility that I'm more critical because of that. But hey, who knows? I love you guys. Peace.